Welcome to Blackboard Fridays. A key part of the Business Depot way, the methodology that we bring to business owners to help empower their bright ideas, is the integration of different concepts so that you as the business owner need only remember one key system, strategic approach to your business, not a whole lot of different stuff. Today we're talking about strategic referral channels, and I want to connect you back to episode 12 where we talked about the 5 attractants for your sales hourglass, and also episode 17 where we did a case study as to which lead generation sources converted at the highest percentage. And you won't be surprised to discover that in most businesses I speak with, strategic referrals, sending you the ideal clients that you want to work with that are pre-qualified and pre-sold, convert at a much higher rate than any other lead generation source. So how do you go out there and create those strategic referral sources? And I'll be honest, the casual approach, the traditional approach doesn't work. It's predicated on catching up, having pleasant conversations over coffee a few times a year and hoping that that builds enough of a relationship for referrals to start flowing. In reality, to get somebody to send you a referral, you need to build a deep relationship with them and you need to have some hard conversations. Thankfully, we have the approach to help you and to help them have those necessary conversations. Don't be afraid to kick people out of this process if they're not going to work, because that just creates time for you to create the small pool of strategic referral channels who are actually going to keep you and your team as busy as you want for as long as you need. Let's go through the 5 steps to strategic referral relationships. Step 1 is connecting. And this means 2 things, both a cultural and a commercial connection right from the get-go, that very, very first meeting. Culturally, do I actually want to be in relationship with this person? Because no matter how great the commercial sense makes for that relationship, if you just don't like them, if you wouldn't want to go and have a beer with them or answer the phone when they ring, you're never going to give or receive referrals. Cut it dead there. And commercially, are they actually in a position to send you the ideal clients that you want? One of the first times that I in my business had this conversation was with a great client of mine who worked with a lot of other businesses of exactly the size I wanted to work with. It seemed like a no-brainer. Because we had this process, we had that conversation. And we realized that even though they had a relationship with those businesses, they had a relationship a few tiers down from the CEO or business owner that I needed a relationship with. Culturally, we loved each other. Commercially, it was not in a situation where they actually could make the introductions that I needed. So we didn't bother wasting any more time having that conversation. The connection wasn't there. If the connection is there, you move on to step 2. Now, sometimes you can go through a couple of these steps in a single meeting. Sometimes you need multiple meetings to get through even just one of these steps. And getting to know you is a good example of the latter, because it often takes 2 meetings, 2 conversations to do this. One at your office, your property location, taking them through the business and through how you work with your clients. Let them get to know you, warts and all. And then have them reciprocate. Go out to their office, their location, have a conversation about their business and their process. What you're looking for in this situation is the specific step in each other's workflows where referrals can happen. Because if you don't identify that specific step, you're just building a relationship based on hope. Hope that the question comes up or the person thinks about it at the right time. That, pleasant, will get you the occasional referral, but it's not strategic. You can't build strategy on hope. Once you've gotten to know each other, you've got an idea of where in each other's businesses the connection can occur for the referrals to flow, you then need to have a deep conversation that can be quite challenging. You need to talk about why you would have a referral relationship, and even more importantly, why not? Again, the traditional fluffy approach spends a lot of time talking about why. If we send each other clients, we'll both have all of these great clients who love both of us and send us a whole heap of revenue, and then nothing happens. Because there's some fears, there's some concerns, there's some reasons why the relationship is not going to work. And you need to have those conversations now. What are those concerns? What are the things that are going to stop you from sending me clients? And honestly, what are the things that I'm worried about your business that are going to stop me from doing the same? If just one fear exists, the referrals will not flow. Have the conversation. Save yourself a lot of wasted time having pleasant coffees just because you're too afraid to be honest about your concerns. And then also get clear on that why. It can't just be some broad motherhood statement about referrals flowing. What is the specific benefit to that person for sending you work? Because if there isn't a specific benefit, then the referrals they send you will be intermittent and ad hoc. When that benefit exists and it's connected at a specific point in their workflow process, that's when the referrals will flow. And once you've got those clear, you can move to step 4, which is getting an agreement, and get this documented. Now that can be a formal agreement. At Business Depot, the relationships we have in this space have a formal signed document. It can be as simple, depending on your business, as an email confirming the steps and the processes that you're agreeing to. And ideally in that document, you're agreeing to a specific number of referrals that you will receive on a frequency basis. It might be 1 a year, it might be 4 a week. Whatever that number is, get it in writing. Lastly, implementing that. Understand that you are building relationships with your strategic referral channels for the long term. It's not about getting an agreement, getting it signed, sending the emails, and then waiting for the work to flow. You need to manage that relationship for the long term. So part of your agreement needs to be how often you're communicating. What's the process when they send you a referral for keeping them in the loop, keeping them advised of what's going on? And are you sitting down on a monthly or quarterly basis and having a catch up about how the businesses are going? Are there any new concerns, fears, or benefits that have arisen? And what's happening with those clients that they've sent you or you've sent them? Next week, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the why and why not conversations. But understand that if you build a relationship, if you go through this process, the benefits to your business in terms of pre-qualified, pre-sold referrals to keep you busy are going to be enormous. Make the commitment to make the commitment.